Okay, so I had an idea for a video segment. We're going to talk about music theory jokes. I know I have a lot of friends in orchestra. Okay, I have a lot of friends in band and youth orchestra in San Antonio. Yeah, let's talk about music theory jokes. If you haven't studied music theory, you're not going to get them. I tried shooting this video explaining the music theory, but it got too long, boring, and I think you fell asleep. Okay? I mean, in fact, I know you fell asleep, because you don't have any idea what the hell I'm talking about. This first one I'm going to establish is a little racist. Yeah, it thrives on a stereotype that is not true, so I don't want to hear any flames in the comments. If there's a flame in the comment, you know, I'm just going to delete it, okay? So, I grew up in San Antonio. In fact, I live in San Antonio still. See, the mariachi music is on the dominant 7th chord. So, you know, those Hispanic girls, they really love the D. That's why they always play in the key of A. Because that dominant 7th got a D in it, man. And he really dominant. Aye. And girl, you must be a C sharp because you're leading into that D. See, it sounds like how it wants to resolve. You know, she wants to resolve that D. And y'all probably know about, you know, minor scales, harmonic minor, melodic minor, and I'd be like, hey girl, are you an E flat minor scale? Because we're harmonic together. I'm about to add the D. Here's what that sounds like without the D. Now let's add the D. I think it's better that way. Oops. Something like that. I'm not a guitarist. Yeah, I messed up, but who cares, you know, people mess up all the time, you know, political figures mess up. I mean, like, we can talk about this whole mess with, like, what Obama wants to do with, like, Putin and this whole Ukraine thing. Political figures mess up, I can mess up too, so yeah, I just screwed that up. But who cares? You got the joke already, I don't think I need to explain it. But, you know, the D is going to lead to that E flat, man. We're harmonic together, okay? So, I could do a dirtier one. I'm not going to. That might be a separate video. But I think you get the picture with some of these music theory D jokes. But now I can just talk about certain instruments, okay? Now, I'm surprised there's not an, now, you know, oboists have to make their own reeds. I'm surprised there's not an oboist named Clove. Because we got these knives to make our reeds, and if our reeds really suck and we're trying to play rehearsal and we get really frustrated, we might throw them. I'm surprised that there's not an oboist who hasn't changed her name to Clove. See, I'm getting really fed up at this reed. I'm going to throw my knife. You know, oboists would have the highest chance of survival in the Hunger Games. Now let's talk about viol players. The masters of eighth notes. And, you know, an eighth note's half a beat. The only reason they play eighth notes is because they want to do half the job. Half-assed lazy-ass socialists. Okay. I mean, we can say a lot of things about trombone players. They only know how to play loud. Well, I suppose that's a lie. They know how to play loud, they know how to play extra loud. Don't even get me started on percussionists. You know, there's studies saying that a drummer's rhythm comes from his own personal interpretation of time. And I mean, in orchestra, time's moving blazing fast for them. You know, you start with the beat here, and all of a sudden, in 3 measures, you're here. Another 3 measures till you're... Okay, but you know, the percussionists, everywhere else in life, they're slow. They're about 3 measures behind the beat, if you know what I mean. Okay, and don't even get me started on piccolo. Thing can't be in tune. That's why they use vibrato to hide their tuning in. Man, that thing's an expensive dildo. I said it. Okay, and you know, there's a second violin players, and honestly, they're there because they aren't as good. The first violin players, they're all a bunch of divas. I'm surprised they're not all flaming gay, and I'm surprised that none of them ever played in, you know, West Side Story or something. You know, Broadway divas and freaking first violins. And you know, all the trumpet players, they're still fairly immature. The reason they chose trumpet was because they wanted to make farting noise when they were little. And the bassoon, you know, that thing's such a hassle to play with all its freaking thumb keys. I'm surprised all the bassoonists' thumbs fell off. That thing is a freaking piece of firewood, man. So, we're going to talk about an instrument that we can't actually say anything about. Well, there isn't one. And, well, let's play a sad song for the violas, because they generally get the worst jokes, because even though they only play 8th notes, they still have bad rhythm. I mean, a prostitute has better rhythm than an 8th notes, because it's supposed to be like, and the violas are just like, This ain't contemporary, man. Yeah, the violas get the brunt of the jokes. Okay. Let's play a sad song for the violas. There you go, violas. I bet you can't play that. Okay. Now, I got one more. So, I was doubling English horn, pictures of an exhibition by Mussorgsky, the Ravel orchestration, beautiful piece. But anyway, along with all the oboe crap I brought on the stage, I ended up bringing, you know, a stand for doubling my reed water. I brought all sorts of swabs, cigarette paper, all my crap. So, I put the oboes in the case and was walking back with the stand. I was holding the case between my legs because I also had a swab in the other hand. And the principal oboe walks by, and I tell him, hey, I got an O-boner in an English horny. Right? I mean, these jokes suck, man. But you know who has to blow? The French horns. You got so many plumbing issues. I mean, you turn this thing upside down and like freaking flood comes out. Wouldn't you hate that? I mean, if every time that this stopped functioning for some reason, like besides the springs going out of tune, what if I just freaking did this and like the Nile River comes out? Let's just change the name of the French horn to the French kisses. But when you're doing it like with that one fat chick who just had too much to drink. Okay, now I think maybe you're bored and it's time to resolve this chord. So that's what I'm literally gonna do. We're just gonna resolve the chord. Yo, I'm out.